Hello and welcome back to Walford on Tap, the show where we recap today's episode being from the first of the first 2025. This is the big finale. This is the final arc in an overarching year. This is the good riddance of Nish. So today we're going to be discussing Nish and the 5 suspects at risk. And was it good? I know we're only judging it based on what we just saw, but we have to critique it. We are EastEnders critics. So yeah, will I run through?
I just gonna notice that you were so close with the intro. You're like, I got this, and then you stumbled and you're like, shit.
I had to make.
I'm fucked it. Like if you want it, obviously on the live stream, he's like, all right, what's the intro? I got it. I'll fucking get it. And then he got most of it, and then shit, what is it? But yeah, I don't know if we need to recap it. We can recap it more on the podcast as such, but I suppose you can go through the lives that are at risk. But I just want to make this more of a. This is the end of Nish. Let's be honest. If there's any character who's gonna die, it's probably gonna be Nish. Probably gonna be Vinny. If Vinny, maybe he's got like a brain hemorrhage, for example. Blah blah blah. Denise is not dying. Suki's not dying. There's a chance for Eve, but I don't really think Clenshaw would do that with another gay character. Not necessarily that EastEnders has the big history of killing off gay characters, but also soaps do as a whole, and it's not a precedent you want to continue to set, especially at weddings. First, let's celebrate. It's the first lesbian wedding in EastEnders history. I think it's the second. Is it the second gay wedding after Ben and Callum?
Yeah.
Probably. And it's been it's good for representation. Suki and Eve are a really important couple and can be inspiring to a lot of people from different backgrounds. It's good representation to have 2 prominent lesbian characters. One is a leading character on the show, being established, is trying to be one of the iconic characters that's been established as of late. Is she there yet? Not necessarily, but with a bit of time, she likely will be. 2 older women, 2 older lesbians as well, to prop these characters up from different backgrounds. Older, gay characters, not really given much of a time to shine and not really being given the biggest pedestal. Once again, important to tell about older people falling in love, no matter sexuality, your background, heritage, etc., etc. Important stuff. Let's celebrate that first and foremost. But the episode didn't vibe with me that much. The episode didn't really vibe with me too much, and now it's time for you to go into who is at risk.
I'm probably just going to run through the episode in case people just for some reason watch or Walford on Taps and not the episode, just in case. I'll just do it anyway.
Terrible idea.
I'll just terrible idea, but I'll just do it very quickly if you do not mind. Hold on, let me just very quickly.
You're doing it anyways.
Yeah, I just had to quickly burp. I had some tea, and I had a grimace shake. So people watching the live stream, just while you were talking, seeing me fucking just sucking into the straw of the grimace shake. We are running through the episode. We kick off the episode, obviously. Lesbians are in love. They're gathering, they're making innuendos, lesbian innuendos. And then we cut to Nish. Nish is like, yeah, man, she's gonna kill a man. Yep, that's my goal. He's got a suit on. We don't know how he's got his suit because his suit apparently drowned in the river. So I don't know how. I don't know how he got a pair of clothes.
Just his clothes, not his suit. I don't know how he got the same suit that he wore at Christmas. But yeah.
But yeah, he's got his new suit, and obviously the Finder's texting Nish, and he goes to see Nish, but Denise follows, and basically Nish goes, well, you know what she did? Just you know what she did? She nearly killed me 2 years ago on Christmas. Woo! And the Vince's like, alright, I'm leaving. I don't care. And then he just whacks Denise over the head with the champagne. Well, it's alluded to. He whacks her over the head with the champagne.
It's implied that he smacks her with a champagne bowl.
If she could have hit her head off the table or a sharp object, we don't know yet. But probably
a rear naked choke, perhaps.
I don't know how she'd be bleeding from. I don't know how she'd be bleeding from her rear naked jaw, but
You've not seen how he puts it in.
show us how he puts it in. Go on.
Let's keep going. Go faster.
Okay.
There's a lot to unpick here.
Okay, I just wanted you to do the reading and chicken. Okay. So yeah, he arrives at obviously the defendant tells Vinny, who tells Ravi that Nish is coming to the wedding. And my favourite bit, because he looks like I think they're called I forget what they're called. They're like Scottish Terriers, where if you ever see one on top of a stairs, it's usually standing like this, trying to be menacing. My favourite bit is Vinny is trying to do his best Scottish Terrier. So he's just like, and it's just like, the fuck are you gonna do? And then Ravi just pulls him out of the car. It's alluded to. He pulls him out of the car. They hog tie him. Well, they don't hog tie him. They put him in a chair in a shed, and Nish just goes, yeah, Ravi, you know that person you're snogging? Yeah, I fucking whacked her in the head with a champagne bottle. What are you gonna do, mate? And then Ravi's like, okay, Finny, you stay here. I'll go sort it out. So he gets Jack to go to the place and check on Denise. Jack does that. But would you believe it? He's only gone and left Finny in charge. And now, I don't
know wrong move. Like, I don't understand. In what world do you leave Vinny to look after something? People don't even get Vinny to cat sit, and you don't even need to manage cats that much. Like, fucking a cat would be sat in a tree, not a tree, in like the little
cat tree.
Well, fuck it, who cares? Regardless, he's useless. He's fucking useless, is Vinny. I wouldn't, especially with something so fucking dangerous of Nish being like, don't worry, Nish, he's dangerous now. What's he gonna do? Don't worry, Vinny. Vinny, you got this right. And unsurprisingly, he doesn't got this. And he gets whacked over the fucking head. Once again implied, we don't see it.
Yeah, we don't see it. Finny had one job, you're correct, Michael Sharp. He had one job. But he obviously gets battered by Nish. I don't know how Nish overpowered Finny. Like, he's a weak old man. But I guess Nish...
He's proven that he's genuinely dying.
Yeah. We'll get to you in a second, Colin. So yeah, he somehow overpowers Finny. And the only way I can describe this is he'd be like a bull in a china shop. Because he's somehow... Because Suki and Eve are getting married, they get married. Nish escapes because Ravi goes back and checks on Vinny, and Vinny's just like, oh, me head, man, my head. And Ravi's like, oh, for fuck's sake, why did I leave you in charge? And obviously they go up, Suki and Eve are going up to their suite, their honeymoon suite, and they're kissing, and obviously someone has poisoned Eve. She drinks the drink, she's poisoned, and would you believe it? Nish has done it.
Nish, who we didn't see, but has somehow managed to make it to the honeymoon suite. And he has made it to the unseen, of course. Like, he's gonna notice he's managed to get to the honeymoon suite, and yes, Eve's been poisoned. She clutched at her fucking heart, clutched at her chest. She goes to the ground, and is she dead? No. Well, we don't know that, but as someone who watches the shit, she's not dead.
And basically, he has trapped Suki in the room. Stacey goes up, and I understand Stacey's pregnant in real life, in our universe, not the EastEnders universe. But could she not just kick the door down? Go on, Stacey, you have a bit of fucking...
Look, those doors are pretty hefty.
But
this is like you saying you would chin Grandad if he touches your beans. Like, fucking doors are pretty heavy, man.
Look. Have you never seen Stacey Brannan Slater? Have you never seen them? Have you never seen her? She's a fucking unit. She could definitely, fucking Navy SEAL that door down. But I digress. Ravi, Nish...
the internet phasing him out.
What?
No, keep going.
And obviously Nish has got Suki, and they're on the balcony, and Ravi comes in, he breaks the door down, and they go on the balcony, and have a scuffle, but Nish has grabbed Suki's dress, and he just tells Ravi, you're a bitch, and Ravi just pushes him off,
I mean,
And
just once again, it's the same shit that Ravi's always faced in terms of Nish. He's realized that he wants to be the dad. He wants to be the son that his dad actually wanted. You know, he wasn't a kid he had with Suki, so he was never really never really his true son. He was a bastard child in his sense. Not that it matters to anyone but Nish or Ravi. And just goes, yeah, well, you were always pathetic, and I never wanted you anyways. And as Nish is egging Ravi on, because he knows Ravi is a hothead and will fucking go off the handle anyways, over this balcony, he just keeps, like, pushing the daggers in, keeps, like, fucking, oh, yeah, and you're useless, yeah, and you're bad at bed, and you smell, and Denise is gonna die, and she's not even gonna see you. And Nish is saying this while she's grabbing Suki's dress, wrapping it around his arm. And what is the final nail that leads to Nish's demise?
well, Ravi just goes and shoves Nish off the balcony, and Suki follows suit. But I definitely know Suki's not dead because she just landed on the top of Nish, and in some
Yeah,
fashion that means she's not dead.
So yeah, Nish is on the ground. It's clearly head busted open, blood dripping from his head. Suki is on top of him, but it looks much less damaged in a sense. She did seemingly land on Nish. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's a cool, like, to me, it seems like they wanted to be the cool, like, tragedy, right? It wanted to be the, like, Shakespeare-esque fucking tragedy, where it's like, oh, look, and Nish has finally got what he wanted, reunited at the end, as he's taken down Suki with him. But ultimately, Nish is probably, if he's not already dead, which there's a high chance he is, he's going to prison either way. So, like, if he's not dead, which he definitely fucking is, and Eve and Suki are still going to be alive and going to be dancing on his grave, essentially.
And yeah, so he has taken 5 people down in his way. Well, there's 5 people in total. He took down 4.
Denise, Vinny, Suki, Eve, and himself.
Yeah, and he has taken 5 people. Now, I don't know how to feel about this episode. I like the aesthetic of the episode. I just think they crammed a bit too much into it. A 30-minute episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
People might differ from that opinion. You're allowed to differ from that opinion. To me, they just it was too much to cram in. I wouldn't care if they went, okay, this has to air at 10. Mrs. Brown's Boys has to air at 10:30. And then we have to re-air the second part at 11. I wouldn't mind that. I know Ash would probably hate that, but I would much prefer that than be like, okay, we only have a half an hour. We have to, like, imply that he's hit Denise with something. We have to imply he hit Finney. We have to somehow imagine he snuck into a hotel, a busy hotel where no one saw him, poison Eve, and then go to poison Suki and end up in the same bedroom. Like, is he just having a shite while they were having a drink? Like, is he just on the bog?
I mean, continuing on with that in a sense where it does feel like they tried to do too much, but I think they also just tried to do too much with Nish's character in his last, like, dying stages. I do agree that 2 parts would have been better, but I don't necessarily know if this deserved 2 parts. Like, I appreciate the wedding. The wedding was great. Nice little stuff. Good celebration of Suki and Eve. Fantastic. The Nish stuff, not great, in my opinion. It was a good episode. It was. But in comparison to Christmas, I'm fairly underwhelmed. And I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff I would have changed about it. For example, I understand that you want to have Nish being a looming threat, and you don't want to pad out the post-Christmas to be too Suki and Eve intensive. But Nish was just placed back. He has escaped prison, and he is now just dying in this place alone by himself, and Nugget is helping him, and it's like, okay, yeah, okay. I would have preferred if Nish would have escaped, like, yesterday or something, or 2 days ago, or a couple days ago. But I think it's a fitting end to the character where he died as he lived. He died once again trying to control Suki and manipulating everyone around him. Who do I think will die? Probably just Nish, really. Vinny might die. Who the fuck cares? Eve's not dead. Suki's not dead. I refuse to believe it. In terms of the wedding overall, it was kind of okay. It was a weird combination of the Slaters and the Panasars, and you had Cat and Alfie in there as well, with them ham-fisting the constant, oh, Cat, we should get married. Is that you proposing? No, but I'm saying we should totally get married. It'd be a really good idea that we should get married. Like, okay, yeah, great. Let's not do that again. Let's not rehash Cat and Alfie another time. But it was a good episode, and it's a good way. It's a good exit for the character, but I think quite alike, probably how it was intended. I think rightfully everybody understands it is now time to move beyond Nish's fucking character. Everybody's prepared to move on and do bigger and better things.
I would agree. I do agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly with that. I just, yeah, it feels a bit weird because you just broke out and no one looked for him. I get it's a soap, and again, like I always say, you do have to bend the rules when you're watching a soap.
You do, but everything felt a little bit too convenient, in my opinion. You know me, I'm not like a fucking stickler for like, that doesn't make sense. That's fucking like the amount of stretching. It's like me getting a Stretch Armstrong at Christmas one year and realizing that it is just stretching. Like this bit didn't feel like it was the intricately well planned finale. It felt like they just went, oh yeah, and he's not dead. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna crash the wedding. How he's dying. Oh yeah, he's gonna sneak into the suite and he's gonna poison Eve and he's gonna get revenge. Yeah, but like, how the fuck is he actually getting there? He is dying. Yeah, but he's gonna go on the balcony. He's gonna get pushed off. There was a lot of like fucking. You were given a lot of rope, but you didn't really use it. Is my problem.
Like, obviously, I understand the soap, and just reading a few comments here. Unknown Place says 100% Nish magically wakes up in a prison hospital bed. Wouldn't be surprised.
Me neither.
Pat T, which I like to think is just Pat Butcher on testosterone. Is Nugget going to have a guilty conscience since he was helping Nish, yelling out Dada G, really?
I believe so.
Pat
Nish
Office.
Nugget will definitely feel bad about it. As they'll have to know that he had help.
And then Pat also says, I don't think Eve or Suki is dead.
Me neither.
Michael Sharp says, so from New Year's Love and Spirit. Hit that like button, everyone. Just thrown that in there. Then obviously Lennon Reef, just a final few here. Lennon Reef says, should have been a two-parter like Christmas Day, too short to cover a lot of content. It is a good episode. And then Michael Sharp finishing her off. Michael Sharp, the MVP of our streams, always shows up, always yells. I don't want to say abuse, he just yells at us. Not yells at us, he just leaves lovely stuff. But I like to say he yells. And Michael Sharp finishing her off here saying, agree two parts would have probably been better. And he also says, Wedding Day plummet similar to Stella. Yeah.
Yep, no, definitely. Yeah, it's I mean, the second they went out on the balcony and established as a location, you was immediately like, he's gonna fall off. He's gonna get pushed off the balcony. I do like how even in the end he's still clinging on to Suki, which can in a sense be attributed to him almost being like a toxic asset, a cancer, still hanging over Suki and still dragging her down. Even as she's trying to move forward, he is still the weight dragging her down, even with her trying to, even essentially give herself a new ball and chain, to use that fucking metaphor. She's trying to set her roots down properly, and he is still clutching on in his last dying breath. That's a cool aspect. And I perhaps my disinterest in this episode, perhaps it's the end of a very long month. It's a start, but it's surely the end of a very long set of episodes and a very long year as a whole. But I think it was a solid enough episode. I don't think it's going to go down as a great episode. I do think the length really did hamper it, but it's still it is a bow to wrap it up.
And my final closing thoughts, I'm just going to read someone else's comment to send us all off. Mine very quickly is if this so just a little announcement. We will be doing an awards, and obviously Sadly, no fan input, and it will be from January 2024 or January 2024 to obviously the cutoff point is the last week in December / the start of January. So these 2 episodes will be included, just so people know. And also finishing this off, Ethel 101010 says someone went over the balcony wearing a Nish mask while Nish is under the buffet table stealing Foulon veins and the pineapple and cheese on cocktail sticks.
The old
Vol-au-vents, sorry, and the pineapple and cheese on cocktail sticks. I agree with that. He's probably
wedding staple.
He's under there hitting the gritty, you know. He's hitting the gritty. So yeah, thank you who tuned in into the live stream. Thank you fucking hit my microphone. Thank you to whoever watched this. We appreciate you. Have a happy new year. Here's to the rest of the content. Year 3 of Watching Walford. See you next time. Bye bye.